everyone, Courtney here from A Little Sunray. We're going to keep going on our Stardew Valley version 1.6 deep dive. Don't forget, new videos drop every Wednesday, so be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's get started. So sorry everyone, it's been a little bit longer than expected. I received some rough news and I had to take a little bit longer of a break. But I'm here now and I'm a little rusty, so forgive me if this video is a bit choppy, but I'm glad to get back into the swing of things. If you haven't heard, Concerned Ape released a statement on X that the Stardew Valley 1.6 update is coming out on console and mobile November 4th, so that's super exciting. Everyone's going to enjoy the 1.6 content here soon, so get excited for that. I definitely am. I've got a couple of games that I've hit perfection on my console that I'd like to go back with the 1.6 and have a 1.6 perfection on them as well. All right, our goals for spring week 3. We're still working on our farming, fishing, and foraging skills. We need to buy the backpack, silo, and upgrade. We're gathering all the salmon berries. We're getting resources stockpiled for the barn, and we're working on our friendships. We have been working on Pam, Linus, and Clint up until now, and then this week we're going to spotlight Emily, Jody, and Robin. And we're also going to add Maru to that. So Maru loves batteries, cauliflower, cheese cauliflower, which is a recipe, diamonds, gold, iridium, radioactive bars, miner's treat, pepper poppers, rhubarb pie, and strawberries. So the easiest thing for us to gift are batteries, cauliflower, and later strawberries when they get into season. So that's Maru. And then her father, Demetrius, he loves bean hot pots, ice cream, rice pudding, and strawberries. So the easiest thing for us to gift right now are salmon berries, which are a liked gift, strawberries, which is a loved gift when they come in season. And if you didn't plant enough strawberries, that's okay. In the summer, you can buy ice cream to give to him. So he's a pretty easy one to get up there if you focus on him. And with that, we're going to get going on our adventure. All right, welcome to day 17. It's going to be a beautiful sunny day tomorrow. Fortune teller says mildly perturbed. And the queen sauce is a rerun of coleslaw. I'm not too worried about the luck today. Today's the last day with the salmon berries, so we're just going to kind of speed through the day. It's just going to be like last video. We're going to give out gifts. We're going to talk to villagers. We're just going to do our daily chores around the farm. Again, our goal is to get somewhere between 90 to 120 salmon berries this season, and we're doing really great. It's about 35 to 40 salmon berries each time. Now we need 38 more. We'll shoot for 40 today, being it's the last day. But let's sit back and relax and enjoy the day. And then starting the 18th, we'll start working on some different tasks, which will be great because we'll have had a lot of the gifts already given, talked to a lot of the people, so then we can focus depending on the luck, if we want to focus on fishing or mining, and keep going. So sit back and enjoy. Alright, checking these trash cans. Gonna process some geodes. And then hopefully make a big museum run. Some jaggite. We'll be doing this for a little bit, back and forth. Really hoping we can have at least 4 donations minimum. Oh, there we go. We already have that. So anything after this is just extra. Ooh, a couple new rewards. I'm gonna kind of try to make this look like the rainbow at the top. I'm not gonna check what the rewards are just yet because I've got more geodes that need to be opened and I'm gonna need the space to open them. Jamborite. Some more clay. Some coal. Man, I needed this clay earlier. Okay, now this just seems ridiculous and I'm drowning in clay now. Okay, I actually thought I was going to need to do some more back and forth than that, but that works out well. And honestly, I'm going to need clay for some other construction items here soon, so it'll be worthwhile. Abigail, hey, sorry in advance if I say anything rude. Miss Penny says I have to read. We don't have school, but I try to give Vincent and Jazz the best education. And Jazz just is quiet. Animals are very sensitive. They like to be pet every day, and they prefer to eat grass outdoors. Tips on farming. We fertilize to improve quality, reduce workload, and hasten crop growth. Fruit trees take a whole season to grow, but they require very little maintenance. Keep the area directly around your new sapling clear or else it will not grow properly. Crops die off as soon as the season ends unless they grow in multiple seasons like corn. Some crops such as kale and wheat need to be harvested with a scythe. So a lot of good information there. So here we go. I'm going to definitely grab the seeds. Actually, all of the seeds are summer seeds. The nice thing is if I don't collect the rewards here, they don't go away. So I can save up this inventory space and it won't go away. If you try to do that with the community center, originally it would just go away, but now I believe there's a little podium by the Junimo hut that you can go and click there and it should have any rewards you have yet to claim. So now we're gonna go up to the community center. We're gonna drop off a few more items and see the progress. Oh, hey Caroline. Caroline needed the sunfish, so let's give her that sunfish. I really appreciate it. Let's see what I owe you. I wonder... Oh, a rusty spoon. Great. Let's see. Let's get these berries while I'm here. Not seeing any more, so let's do a drop off. Oh, there's Maru over there in the corner. Lake fish. So we still can get the largemouth bass. That's the green one. The rest of these, oh, we got some crab pots. Wonderful. I can still do the sunfish and catfish here, but the tigerfish, a lot of these fishing bundles, except the crab pot, need to wait until the fall to have access to all of the fish. So we'll make some progress, but not there just yet. I really need to get this, the blacksmith bundles are the ones I really want to hit hard. The major upgrade of the mining carts makes traveling the map so much faster. Drop off egg, and that will be it for the community center. So nothing completely finished, but some good progress made. Oh, we got a daffodil at the very top. And we'll say hi to Demetrius on our way there, but I think we're back to looking for berries. Still looking for that largemouth bass. You can get it pretty much any time in the lake. So I'm really hoping we get it today. That'd be nice to have that crossed off the list. Oh, I love the little smiley face. It's happy, I'm happy, we're all happy. Okay. Well, I didn't get the largemouth bass and I'm running out of time for the day and I still want to collect some more berries, so we're gonna switch gears once again. So I'm happy to report we got all the berries we were looking for and then some. So definitely successful 3 days. And with that, we're going to start day 18. And I'm excited to kind of switch gears and get started on a few new things. See how we're doing. If you're munching in the background, Luna is eating her meal. She's usually too busy corralling everything here in the house to eat during the day, so the munching is that. Refreshing rain, a farmer's best friend. When it rains, you don't have to water your crops. Use this time wisely. And the spirits are kind of perturbed. All right, so it is not going to be a mining day. That's okay. I actually really enjoy mining. I find it fun. If I'm being honest, I find all of it fun. Hello, Salt and Pepper. So we have 3 chickens at our house in real life, and their names are Golden and Moonface and Cluck Norris. And I'm excited to say for the first time yesterday, all 3 are now laying eggs. We've got 2 kind of smaller ones and then 1 giant one. So it's been pretty fun, good adventure. I'm surprised how noisy they are when they're laying their eggs. Otherwise, they're pretty quiet. So it's been amusing to be able to track them by how much noise they're making. But it's funny, my husband, Matt, you'll see him or hear in later videos. He always makes fun of me that I'm making our house into a little Stardew Valley, that I don't have enough of it on the game. Got to make our own house that way, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a pretty good life. Luna. Her tail apparently snuck up on her. Silly curly Q. She got a curly Q tail. Every once in a while it sneaks up on her and she gotta teach it a lesson. Calm down, girl. Nothing's there. Why are you on the hunt right now? Goof. She's a goof. Alright, so a lot of things harvested today. It is the 18th, which means we have only 10 more days. And one thing I made a big mistake when I first was playing Stardew, actually for a while, and I have to admit, that's a sock, Luna. That's a sock, you goof. Sorry. Is that the day you plant the seed is like day 0. That's how I like to think of it. That way there's no chance I'm going to miss it in the harvesting. So even though there's 10 days left until the end of spring, for planting purposes, I'm only going to look for seeds that are 9 days or less. That way, yes, I planted them today, but then tomorrow they start growing. So if you ever look at the Stardew Wiki and it says, oh, this takes 5 days to grow and harvest, I usually think of that as more realistically 6 days. So just a little food for thought when you're planning your farming about what you want to hit. And I always like to err on the side of caution anyways, because the last thing I want is it only needs 1 more day and then it's going to die with the season change. I'd rather have a day where the ground doesn't have anything in it, personally. That way I'm not wasting my money on seeds. Ooh. Oh, today's Pam's birthday. Ooh, 30 copper ore and we get a ticket. Well, we're definitely doing that, Clint. All right, so I have... I do have some gold parsnips, but I am worried that I'm not going to get all 5 before the end of the season. And it is the easiest of the quality crop bundles to complete and cheapest. So I'm going to err on the side of caution and give Pam a silver parsnip. Caroline needs... Okay, Leah, Gus... Alright, so I have a couple that need gifts still, but I have a good amount, especially with the ones that I have completed are the ones that like salmon berries. They were the easiest to complete, which means for the rest of the week I'll focus on the others. Well, and now get copper ore because Clint is offering a ticket for that. I'm hoping we really start cashing in on those tickets because some of those prizes looked really good. And I've heard through the pipeline you can get books out of that, and that kind of a bookworm in real life, so I find that exciting that you can read some books and get some permanent buffs from that. Alright, let's drop off a few things. I'm going to keep one parsnip to give Pam just in case. I know I am a perturbed today, but with getting that ticket, I'd rather get at least started on that goal. That would be worthwhile. So I'm going to switch gears, see if there's any. Probably not any copper in here, but might as well clear that space. We're going to water our parsnips. Didn't plant all of them, but that's okay. I still have plenty of extra days. And I'm looking down there, the cauliflower, that group of 9 cauliflower, is getting closer to harvest. So I believe I'll have enough time, but I will keep an eye on it to make sure I do. All right. Oh, you know what? It is Thursday and I have the items, so I'm going to build a silo now that I have all of the clay and stuff. Oh. And some leftover salmon berries I must have missed. So a little perk. Not all of them will stay once the festival is gone, but some of them will linger, so that's definitely worth it. All right, let's talk to Leia. Or, sorry, not Leia. Let's talk to Robin. The well would be nice because then I could put it right next to my crops and not have to walk all the way, but right now I still have salt and pepper, so it's not worthwhile. Looking around to where might be the best place for the silo. One thing to note with the silo is you never really have to access it, so it's okay if it's far away from all of the other buildings because it automatically goes to the coop. There's a spot you can reach it. It won't put it out for the chickens unless you have the upgraded coop, but at least you can access it from the coop to fill in. So not too worried about that. I'm glad to get a silo started. It's going to take Robin, I believe, 2 days to build it. So I'd rather have it now so that way when I scythe grass, it can start building up the hay in the silo. That way in the wintertime, I can feed my animals. If you don't have enough hay, you can buy it from Marnie, but I believe it's 100 per piece of hay, and that gets expensive really fast. So silos are usually my first building I build, other than maybe a well. Usually even before I have a coop or a barn, because I know I need to fill it up as much as possible. And ideally, though, usually it's year 2, I actually get a second silo, so that way I for sure have enough hay for all of my animals, or I put a chest right next to the dispenser. I empty it out at about summer/fall time, and then I refill it up right before winter, so that way I have a lot of extra. Never have your silo at complete capacity because you can always pull out some and then keep filling it up. Little tip. All right, we've got some ideas to sleep on. I'll take that. It is 2:50. I only have a couple pieces of clay. I know that today was a bad luck day, so I'm not surprised that I'm not seeing a lot of clay or a lot of copper. And I'm not getting a lot of copper just automatically coming, but I'm hoping for just a few more pieces. I need to get 30, which is a pretty high amount. I believe that quest can be anywhere between 10 to 30, so maxed out, but that's okay. I also want it for the Clint friendship. That'd be nice, because then, as I mentioned before, with the friendship with Clint, you have a chance of him sending copper, silver, or gold in the mail. So definitely useful for resources, but also for the community center bundle. All right. With that, if I see something impressive, I'll pause and we'll talk about it. But otherwise, we're just going to enjoy the rest of this mining day. Ooh, Slayer goal completed. Don't mind if I do. That'll be fun to demonstrate for you guys. Starting to feel exhausted. I'm only at 12. It's 6 p.m. Tomorrow's Friday, and I know Clint will be at the saloon. I mean, he's at the saloon every day, but I know I want to go to the saloon. Oh my gosh, an area. No. I know it's floor 29, but I'm not gonna waste the time. Ooh, we got a crab. I believe I need that still for the crab pot bundle, so I'll take that. It's one of the few shells or little crabfish that you can get in the mine, so you don't have to get it off the beach or through a crab pot. That's another reason those rock crabs are useful. Have I mentioned how much I hate those little bugs? Alright, let's see. I'm gonna get rid of that. Oh, we've got some rice. Okay, let's eat the white algae and we'll look at the rice shoot. Got a little more copper. I'll take that. I know they're perturbed today, but that's not the worst luck. So I still kind of thought I was gonna get it a little faster than this, all of the copper, but I'm not too optimistic. I'm going to get 30 pieces of copper in time at the rate I'm going. The nice thing with Clint's quest is that you get to keep the copper when you're done, so that gets to be turned into 6 copper bars. So that's nice, because a lot of times when they ask for things, you lose the item. Let's see. It's already 9 o'clock. I don't think I'm going to heal up. I still have some carrots, so that's why I chose not to get the white algae. Leave the mine. Let's drop off of what we have. And actually, with it being 9 o'clock, I'm just going to head out. Oh, we can talk to Sebastian while we're here. And we're gonna head home. Not quite the day I was planning, but I think it's a successful day nonetheless, so we're gonna keep it. And we're gonna... Let's see. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. We have to gift Pam on her birthday. Oh, that would have been an instant redo if I missed her birthday. She is the easiest. Business has been slow lately. What do you want? Leave me alone. Nice to see all of you too. Pam, happy birthday. It's my birthday today? Great. I guess it is. Thanks, this is nice. And I have achievement of a new friend. I have 5 hearts with Pam, so definitely on our way to maxing her out. Next person's birthday, I think, is Shane. I could be wrong on that, but we are doing good. Oh, we got some broken glasses. We can give that to Evelyn later. Or if I get a recycling machine, that actually turns into quartz, refined quartz, which is nice. And sleep for the night. Level 3 mining. Now we can cook the miner's treat. And looking at the day, still have to gather some copper ore. Oh, good humor, so we're gonna go to the caves. It has been a quick little amount of time harvesting what I can. And then we'll get started. Oh, some new ideas to sleep on. That means another level in farming. And Pam taught us the cauliflower, and Jody requested a cauliflower for the recipe. So again, as a quest, it doesn't go away, but I do have the extra cauliflower. It is raining and I do need a catfish, but with the good luck and with Clint's quest for copper ore, I'm gonna go the mining. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get just enough copper ore to do the quest, and then hopefully there's still enough time left in the day to then get the catfish and do Jody's requests. That's going to be the order of things. Oh my gosh, I got an ancient seed. All right, this is a great time to talk about that. All right, so let's talk about ancient fruits and ancient seeds and the debate that is in the Stardew Valley community with that. If you've been playing for a while, you've probably come up to this debate, but if you haven't, it's really good to know, especially if you're wanting perfection, because you're going to need a lot of gold. So, as we saw, I have the ancient seed can be found by digging in an artifact spot in the Cindersap Forest or the mountains. It can be found inside of artifact troves that kind of look like gold chests or fishing treasure chests after level 2. And it also can be dropped by monsters in the cave. It's about 1 in 200 chance. And if you need the ancient seed to donate and you somehow have a packet of ancient seeds, you could put it in a deconstructor and it would give you that ancient seed artifact. I'm pretty sure you have to have the artifact donated to the museum before you can have the ancient seeds, but I could be wrong on that. Once you have the ancient seeds in the recipe, you can plant them in the ground. It can also, besides the reward of finding the ancient seed artifact, if you use the seed maker. Well, actually, this is how you could have an ancient seed packet before. Okay, so I was wrong. You could have the ancient seed packet before you have the actual ancient seed artifact, and you need the deconstructor to do that. I've just never had to do it that way. But if you're having a hard time finding the artifact, that is a possibility. The way you get the ancient seed packet, if you haven't gotten the artifact yet, is you use a seed maker. The way a seed maker works is if you put a crop in, other than the ancient fruit, there's a 1 in 200 chance that you will get a packet of ancient seeds instead of that crop seeds. It also could result in mixed seeds, so I would not guarantee it. I much prefer having it be a monster drop. That's pretty awesome, especially early on in this game. But if you're having a hard time, it's just not dropping for you, then the seed maker is your best bet. Ancient seed plants cannot be planted in a garden pot. However, it can be planted in the greenhouse dirt, and that is usually where I start my stockpile of ancient fruit plants. The way ancient fruit plants work is you plant your seed, and it takes a full 28 days for the plant to grow until you can harvest it. So what that means is if you plant on day 1 of a season, so let's say we plant day 1 of spring, I can't harvest it until the summer day 1. However, after you harvest it the first time, every 7 days after that, you can get another fruit harvest. This is pretty important because that's what you're going to need to put into seed makers to get more seeds to get more plants. This is why I use the greenhouse, because I don't have to worry about it dying off in winter. However, if you do not have the greenhouse, my advice is, as long as you are before summer day 15, plant your seed in the ground near a scarecrow if you can, so that way the crows don't get it. That way you can harvest the seeds and then turn them into seed packets as you go. And hold on to it until you get the greenhouse, and then really go at it hard. If it's after summer the 15th, I recommend, or summer 14th, I recommend keeping it in your inventory and holding off. As long as you can get at least 2, preferably 3 harvests, to me it's worth putting it in the ground, even if you're going to lose it in winter. If you can't get that 2 to 3 harvests minimum, just wait till the next year. Because the ancient fruit cannot be bought and the seeds cannot be bought, it's really important that you don't waste your crop. The nice thing though is once you have that, again, you get the fruit, you build the seed, make a lot of plants, and you go. Now, an ancient fruit base price, if you sell it, is 550 gold. That's without any professions. And if you decide to make it into wine, that makes it 1,650 gold. That's really nice, especially if you get the artisan perk, which brings it up to 2,310 gold. You can then put it in a cask to get it all the way up to 3,300 gold or 4,620 gold, depending on your profession. You can also pickle it, and that will give the price higher than if you sell it by itself as a fruit. Now, this is where the big debate about what the highest paying crop is in Stardew. The other crop that is a good contender is called the starfruit crop. Now, the starfruit crop can be bought at any time in the desert once you have access to it, and it can be purchased for 400 gold. Real? Okay, so the starfruit seed can be purchased at the oasis at any time and occasionally at the traveling cart. You also will get one of the seeds from Gunther at the museum when you donate 15 items. You can also occasionally find them as a treasure in the skull caverns. Traveling cart puts it up to 600 to 1,000. Now, if you sell the starfruit just as the fruit, it's 750 gold. However, if you turn it into wine, it boosts it up to 2,250 gold. Artisan 3,000 gold. And then if you put it in a cask where it matures for a very, very, very long time, if you get it up to iridium, that's 6,300 gold. Now, the big debate here is if you are selling just the crop and you don't worry about the artisan boost in price, you don't have the artisan profession, then the best fruit would be, in theory, the starfruit because it has the higher sell price. However, you have to buy it, so that does cut it down to 300. However, you can plant it, and it takes only 13 days to harvest once, which means you can harvest twice in a month as long as you don't use any speed grows. The nice thing with this is you're not depending on a random chance of getting an artifact to get started on your cash crop. Also, it makes a very good wine, and if you break down the cost per day or the profit per day, it actually is pretty high. So what I typically do is I always make sure I have a crop of star fruit being turned into wine and put into casks to get started while I'm building my ancient fruit, because it takes a month for the ancient fruit to grow. It takes a long time to accumulate the vast amount of crops, whereas star fruit, yes, you're putting down a ton of money at the beginning, but you do get quite a bit back within 2 weeks. So it's very fast. You can do a whole field of it and then be done, especially if you have Ginger Island, which it can be then planted year round. However, if you're doing your regular farm, star fruit can only be planted in the summer or in the greenhouse. So typically, again, what I do is while I'm building my ancient fruit stockpile and using all of my fruit towards making more plants to build how my farm crop, my cash crop treasure trove, I then use the star fruit as a quick way to keep working on the artisan and getting the cash on the side as I wait for that. So I like to use a mix of it, but there is pros and cons of both sides. One takes longer, but is more profit per fruit once it's established. The other one's faster, but it takes more money to get started. So with that, let's get back to what we were at. Hopefully that is a very thorough rundown of this item. Ooh, that's quite a lot of... Well, that's a lot of crates and barrels. And as you can see, we've already been getting quite some good items. I think I'm going to go for it. Yeah, I'm close enough to the middle. It might be one of the least favorite maps, but when it's full like this, I do, and I'm this close to it, I do like to check out what's inside. Usually some pretty good, oh, more amethyst. Ah, the coal's really nice, but so are the carrot seeds. Let's see. Ooh. I don't need this knife. It's not going to improve anything. Do I keep the carrot seeds? Yeah, I'm going to keep the carrot seeds. We still have a couple more days of spring that I can grow it. They are such a good thing of health and building up that farming experience. While we're here, we're going to empty out what we have. Okay. Looking around. Gotta get the copper if I'm gonna go see Clint. I think. Oh yeah, and the cauliflower we're gonna need for the quest. You know, I have enough for also going to museum. Well, let's try this. Let's see what we got with. Alright, heading back down. Should have grabbed 3 bait. I could have filled up those crab pots. But, oh well. Trying to think of what's the best path. Oh, there's a daffodil over there. That's good to know. Have to be sure to grab it. I think I'm gonna go. Let's go donate to the museum. I should have peeked my head in Georgia Cola if I had Georgia Core. If I had thought about it, the store. Sometimes Jodie's there. I don't think she is if it's raining though. But we're gonna donate what we've got here. And there's the ancient seed. New reward. So you have to donate the ancient seed to get the recipe, as well as one of the ancient seed items. So I'm going to be sure to plant that as soon as possible. And let's see. If I happen to get another dried ancient seed, that little brown dot, I can now make it straight into the ancient seed packet. Oh, we got a prize ticket. There we go. Keep the ores, they're good quality. Payment as promised. I love these quests, but with Clint, and Robin has one too, where you gather the resources. You get to keep them. So it's kind of best of both worlds. You get a huge amount of money. Well, maybe not huge, but you get a good amount of money. Now you can get prize tickets. Yes, it's exactly what I've been looking for. Great. And then you still get to keep all the resources, so you can do your crafting with it. It's pretty nice. Alright, well, I'm full. Let's see. I'm gonna go... Well, hello, Emily. Would you like an amethyst? Ah, already given her 2. Ah, well. At least I get talking points. Ooh, I'm actually pretty lucky that that garbage didn't count. Here's the... Oh, that looks so delicious. Thank you. It's just what I wanted for the curry. So there we go. Gave her the gifts this week. Ooh, it's boiled beets again tonight. Sorry about I tried to give your mom cauliflower. Let's see. Sam wasn't there. Jodie already had her max gifts, so I'm just gonna leave that egg there for next week. While I'm here, it's already too late to go up to Pierre's if I even wanted to, which I don't think I needed to, but let's... Oh, that's huge. An orange sapling. All right, we're going to pause here and I'm going to talk about trees and why this is such a big deal too. First thing to note is that the fruit trees are different than the other trees like the pine and the maple and the oak. Those yield different things. We're going to just focus on the fruit trees. They require 28 days to mature. After that, they'll produce 1 fruit per day while in season. If you don't harvest the fruit, it can hold up to 3 before it stops growing. So you've got 3 days to empty out and shake each tree. You do not need to worry about watering the fruit tree, and they will grow in any season, even winter. They do not die off, which is nice. However, they do need a 3x3 ground area cleared off where they plant in the center. So the way I think of it is that there can be no square near it that is has anything on it. This includes rocks, the fibergrass that you can cut down. So I like to have a nice big area for my orchard areas. The game also prevents planting fruit trees that are too close together, ensuring that there's a minimum distance of the 2 tiles with them in every direction. Fruit tree saplings now can also be retrieved, which is amazing because before, once you planted it, you were done. So that's really nice for this update. While the tree is immature, so until it starts growing fruit, you have to have that 3x3 area completely cleared. If you get debris, which is the rocks and the twigs and the leaves or other crops growing around it, the game will give you a message the next morning saying it couldn't grow that night, and it will not grow until you clear that all off. Once it's mature though, you can start putting things down there like paths and things, and it won't upset it. So that's good to know. You plant the saplings in untilled ground, so you don't need your hoe for it, and you can plant them in the greenhouse in the center of the soil or even around the border, which is what I typically do. If you plant it in the greenhouse or on Ginger Island, it will bear fruit every day after maturity, but it won't change color according to the season. So that's there. If you happen to chop it down, which I hope you wouldn't, you would just get your wood and a matching sapling of the same quality as that fruit. So that would be it. If you were to buy all 6 of the fruit saplings, it costs $25,400 gold. If you purchase it at Pierre's store, there is a chance of them being sold as a traveling cart for a range. Most of the time, it's just easier to buy it at Pierre's. If you know what the cost is and you want to buy it at the traveling cart, go for it if it's cheaper. I tend to like to have 2 of each fruit on my farm on the outside and then 1 inside the greenhouse. But if you just want to wait for the greenhouse, that's fine. Or if you want to plant it in the farm, that's fine. Just depends on what your goals are. With 1.6 now, the saplings can have quality to it. Depending on when you cut it down, it matches where that tree was at. The tree gets 1 quality point, so silver to gold to iridium for each year it's there. So if you chop the fruit tree down, as soon as it would produce the silver fruit, you would get a silver sapling and then replant it on the same day. It'll result in the tree producing iridium quality fruit a whole season sooner than if you just planted it the one time and cut it down. So I've never done that before because, again, that's new to 1.6, but it is something to think about. It's kind of a nice way to get an extra faster year or faster season out of it. All right, so that in general, the fruit you get here, you're not going to make your money back until, I think someone did the calculation like year 4, year 5. So really you're just doing the sapling because it's a loved gift, it fills community center, and it's a fun thing to have on the farm. I also like making it into different wines, use it for different recipes. It's definitely useful, but it's not going to be your cash crop unless you have it in the greenhouse, which then there can be an argument for it. Now the trees that harvest can be harvested in the spring is the apricot and the cherry tree. Because it takes a whole month to grow, this means that even if you rush and buy it in that year 1, you still won't get fruit till year 2. So I usually wait till the fall or winter time even to plant these trees. In the summer, you can plant the orange and the peach tree. If you have Ginger Island, we also can now have banana and mango trees. In the valley, they produce fruit only in the summer, but if you plant them in the Ginger Island, it's year-round. As an important note, banana and mangoes are not considered fruit tree fruit for gifting purposes, so instead follow the villager's preference for non-fruit tree fruit. I hope that makes sense. In general, I just look up what I need. The nice thing with also the banana and the mango is you can trade it at the island trader to get those saplings. In the fall, an apple and a pomegranate are harvestable. The apple is, I think you need 3 if not 4 for the community center. So that's usually the tree that I make sure to buy first. And the pomegranate tree is in the 2 of the bundles. And it is a loved gift for Elliot. So again, I tend to like getting my fall trees before summer hits if possible, or right at the beginning of summer. Something also to note is that fruit trees aren't affected by the weather, which means that they'll keep producing they'll keep growing despite if it's rainy, windy or sunny, or if it's in the winter, if it's snowing. But during the storms, they can be struck by lightning. If it's hit by lightning for 4 days, it'll be considered burnt, and it won't produce fruit, but it will produce coal. If you don't want the coal, if you need the fruit, you'll have to make sure to plant a lightning rod close to the trees, but not so close that it stops them from maturing. Alright, so between the orange sapling and an agency, this run is pretty awesome. Hello, Alex. Oh, and Pam. Ooh, there's another quest. Let's see if there's a prize with that. Whoops. Well, didn't mean to go in, but we can talk to Caroline at least. For me, thank you. Oh, we're 2 hearts. That's exciting. I could have grabbed the daffodil. Actually, I don't remember if she likes the daffodil or not. Oh well. Alright. Tomorrow's Shane's birthday. We'll have to remember that. Looking okay. It's pretty good on the gifts. But we'll add some more. Well, there's Sam and Abigail. Let's give Abigail an amethyst. That is a loved gift. Let's see. Trying to see who else likes quartz. Emily likes it but doesn't love it. Abigail. Knew that. I know Marnie is that way too, but she's not here. Okay. Else I can donate. I'll run and do that too. Let's see. Quest board. Why do I keep going to birthday? Slide over. George needs a gold bar. Well, George, you most likely aren't going to get a gold bar from me, but let's see what we got. Let's pick up this daffodil while we're here. Alrighty, let's see. We're gonna donate. Ooh, I need to start tapping trees. I kind of forgot about that. Whoops. Oh, there we go. There's the chub. Ah, that red cabbage. The bane of everyone who wants to try to finish community center in year 1. It's gonna be tight. Especially because, like, right now I should have gone to the traveling cart. It's a Friday. I'm gonna be lucky if I get the red cabbage in time, if I'm being completely honest, but that's okay. I've been enjoying all the new features a lot. I really like these prize tickets to have the tree this early. Oh, you know what? If I plant it, the orange tree. What comes out in the fan? Anyways, the orange tree would have enough time to produce at least a couple of fruits. And Gus loves oranges. Oh, decorative trash can. Fun little thing you can get from that fountain. I think other than this gift, it produces, I think it's rocks and or lumber, but it also might be trash depending on what you're doing. I feel like I've only ever gotten rocks out of it. And I find going to the mines easier. Alright, running back up here really quick. We're gonna go fishing. Ooh. Yes, we are. Bubble spot. Let's see what we got. It's not gonna be a catfish. But that's okay. Another chub. Wasn't really needing that, but okay. Could be a good source of energy or money, I suppose. And trash. Well, we tried. Honestly, I'm gonna spend the rest of the time. There's a fish you can get in level. There's actually 2 fish. There's the stonefish and the ghost fish you can get on level 20 of the mines. The ghost fish also, I believe, is on a later level, and you can get it as a drop from an item. But while I'm here, I am going to see if I can fish it up. It'd be nice to get it checked off the list. Usually, though, I get it from a drop, a monster drop at a later level, but if I'm trying to get the fishing achievement, I will need to get both of those fish, and the rockfish or stonefish is only on this floor. And we only have, honestly, 2 hours before I have to head back anyway, so might as well spend it fishing. So sit back and relax and let's listen to a little bit of music while we wait. See if I get lucky. So far not lucky, but I do love that little smiley face. Now that I think about it, I do not have a fishing pole that has bait on it. you're wanting this to go faster, having the upgraded pole will help. But it was fun to try it. Alright, heading back. That did not work out, but again, today was a very successful day, so I'm not going to be upset. Let's see, what do I want to bring back? Yeah, I'll bring back the trash can. Well, yeah. It's going to end up at my house anyway, so grab it now. I don't think I'm going to be back. I really need... It'd be really beneficial to plant that orange tree before going to sleep at the very least. But it is getting late. I did level up. So my energy will be max as long as I get to bed by 2. So I do have a little wiggle room. I didn't really plan where I want my orchard. I usually set out what I want to do with specific spaces. I'm going to put this over by the scarecrow. I don't want it to be eaten by a crow. It would be a big pain. Let's see, fill up these spots. What's left? Trying to think. I think I'm gonna put the orange tree down south. That's some good planting area. I don't want to take over that. I think I'm gonna make this area down here the orchard space. Probably gonna regret that, but that's okay. I'm gonna add the rice. Again, with the trees, you have to have the surrounding tiles empty. That's why I'm not putting it on my direct farm zone, because I'm going to want that. Alrighty. Emptying out my inventory. It's 1:40. Perfect timing. Let's put out our trash can. Now it feels like modern civilization. And with that, I am done. Ooh. Journal update. We have it's kind of a disagreement about how to pronounce his name, but it's Mr. Key. Mystery boxes can now be found. So he was driving the plane and he dropped mystery boxes. So let's pause here and we'll talk about that too before we end. All right, so mystery boxes, according to this official Stardew Valley wiki, it says mystery box. A blacksmith can open this for you. Who knows what might be inside? So mystery boxes are only triggered once you see Mr. Key drop the crates, and that is triggered by spending 50 days in the valley or after collecting your second prize ticket from the billboard. As we saw, there was the cutscene, and then now mystery boxes can be found, and they can be obtained in a variety of ways. After you open 10 of these boxes, then they can be upgraded. Then you can also find golden mystery boxes as well. So, and they can be opened up by Clint in the blacksmith shop for 25 gold, just like geodes. But unlike the geodes, they can't be opened using the geode crusher. So, mystery boxes can spawn by fishing. Depending on if there's a higher luck, you might get them as part of the treasure chests. Later on, when we get the panning skill, there's a 5% chance of getting it from that. You can, when you're shaking trees to look for the seeds, they can drop instead. Monsters can start dropping them if you break containers. So the wooden crates and boxes and casks in the mines, that can have it there. And that is also based on your luck buffs and daily luck. If you chop down trees, you might find it there. And sometimes the trains in winter have a 2% drop of it. Other way for mystery boxes can be found in the Desert Festival. You can buy them. The Trout Derby and Squid Fest festivals, which happen later in the year. Trading the Book of Mysteries with the bookseller after you've already read it, so your second book can be traded in that. Sometimes digging in artifact spots, that can happen as well. Later on, we're going to meet a raccoon, and that can give it to there. And if you decided to do the remix bundles for the community center, that is a reward for it. It also can be found in the prize machine, in the mayor's house. And apparently you can get a mystery box on winter the 24th if you leave out milk or cookies on the table, which is a fun little Easter egg. You can go on the wiki if you want to look at what it can open up. But for now, I'm just going to see on my own. I don't want to, I kind of want it to be a surprise. So with that, we're going to finish the video. I hope you've had a great time watching. I'm going to be taking another week or two off. I know that's inconvenient, but my health has been pretty rough this month. And I'm going to be focusing on myself and my family for a little bit. I'll continue making content and then start updating here in a little bit. So hopefully that will get me back on track. Thank you guys for your patience, and I'll see you soon. Bye.